As you
Okay.
can also see on screen, you see all the executions. So now we wait. Now we wait for this
I
micro
once
mission
taught my
goes.
landlord to day trade. Now we're both renting.
You're a great teacher, man.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone had a good night, good evening, good trading day yesterday. Back at it this morning. Feel like we had some movement overnight. Swept that opening low. Let's see what we do here off the open. We got highest close of month sitting up here, so we may want to see price come back up to this area, the 29,689 area. There's a big spike right around 512. Wonder what that is. Only thing this morning is revised consumer sentiment, so I'm not too sure. All right, so we got London low sitting down at 29,437, London high 29,666. 1 hourly on the hourly chart, we came down, tested the 20 SMA. We're pushing back up. There is a nice little wick here. We may use previous day high, which is what we're sitting on now, as support to go up and sweep that wick, tap highest close a month, and then do a dance from there. We got about 5 minutes till the open. Let's see how we play out today. I don't like this right here. This big move down, followed by a big move up. And then we came and took that low. I'm using this support kind of. Let's see, let's see. So we found support at the previous day high. It's about, that low is about, we're about 20 points below now for that swing low. May be interesting to just get into like a little bit of a long, little starter position on the long. Risk about 30 points, 25, 30 points. I'm going to do that on my take prop eval just to see how we play out right at the open. If it comes down and sweeps me out, that's fine. I just want to see how we play off that open here. What is oil and VIX doing? Both going down, so you should see this pop up here. The little long that I'm in, I'm just in with 1 micro. My entry was 75.5. We got a minute until the open. If we come down and reject, I'm fine with, losing the first trade just off of a opening move here. We could come down and just sweep out this area and then push up, but we shall see. See what Nvidia is doing. Nvidia looks like it's pumping up a little bit, so hopefully that helps push the market up at open. All right, we got 30 seconds. I don't usually play the open like this, but it's Friday, so let's have a little fun, right? You can see the higher time frame candles over here to the right. Kind of concerning. Makes me think that we also may want to see a move down. But, okay. You see that wick just appear? There wasn't even like a body of a candle. It was just a wick. Okay. Okay. That was a nice flash at the open. Holy crap. Was that wick on NQ as well, or was it just on MN? Yep, just on MNQ. So I had MNQ is so frustrating sometimes. The wicks on the MNQ are different than what you see on NQ. It's a little frustrating to say the least. Come on, push up there and take London High. NASDAQ. That was a violent move down right at the open, and then we're pushing right back up. So let's see if we can continue here. Excuse me. We've seen a nice push up here. Come on, NASDAQ, get some strength. Take that London High. Come on, NASDAQ, go through that London High there. Let's see it. Struggling a little bit here. Could you see like a retest back down to like the 600s and then a push back up? We shall see. We shall see. Hopefully we don't come back down and retrace this whole move. That would be annoying. Go up and sweep that high. You're so close. So close. All right. Well, excuse me. All right, we came back down, retested the 600s. Let's see a push up. See that push up through London highs. Pretty wild open here. It'd be cool if Nasdaq went up and took those highs. We're right there. Come on, girl. You got it. Do I need to put this up there? Come on. Come on. Come on. There's a cookie up there for you too. Let's give us a little bit of a push. A little bit of a push. Come on, I know you want the cookie. All right, well, made up that loss. The opening loss that I took, that first trade, I lost $63 on one micro. Re-entered long, excuse me, and made 83 on that little move up for about 40 points. Small green on that account. I just wanted to get that loss back. We're going to push up probably to London highs now. I just don't like to see it stalling and struggling how it is, you know, so took my profit. Didn't want to just see another elevator candle like that. Here, let me show you the screen. You can see here. Yeah, we just poked above that, but you can see I lost 63, made 83. We're up $19 on the day on that account now. I'll take that. Because I cut it at 49, my take profit was at like 65. About 30, you know, it would have been $30 more, but that's okay. See how we react here. Oh yeah, we're going to all-time highs today. 792. We're going to all-time highs. I'm going to go ahead and say that's a 15-minute opening range low. Let's see how ES is doing. Yeah, we may see all-time highs today on the indices. That'd be strange for a Friday, but the market will do what it wants. You can see this market structure shift. That's kind of what these green dotted lines plot out. But when we pushed up, I'm usually looking for price to come back down and retest areas that it hasn't. And this high right here at 604, we just blew through that, didn't really retest it. So when we were up here, I was like, let's see a retest down to like 600 and then a push up. And that's what we did. So, getting a little bit more confident in my reads just over the last couple months. We do have a lot of liquidity sitting over here. Let's see. What does that look like open hourly? Okay, hourly we have a lot of wicks in this area. So I'm going to draw the box a little bit larger. And we're flying. We're just flying. Okay. So we may see some resistance when we get up to this box. We're like right there. And these days are dangerous, because it's like, where do you enter long? When do you enter long? Because, on all-time high days, it seems like you can just close your eyes and buy. But it seems like every time I try to join the long to ride it up, we get a nice retracement. So we're not in no man's land yet. We have about 80 more 80 more points till we're in no man's land. You can see we poked into that box and we're getting some pushback from the sellers that are sitting up there. Let's see if highest close a month and this 15-minute opening range low from way back over here. May 14th can hold. We may use this area, the 665, as support. But again, we'll just wait. We'll let this play out. All right, we got 665 retest. Let's see if this holds. If this holds, we're probably going to we're going to go up to all-time highs. Let's see what NVIDIA is doing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to look at. NVIDIA's struggling. We don't want to see NVIDIA start coming down or the Mag 7s because that'll pull NASDAQ down with it. ES looks nice and strong. Wow. ES has just gone up since the pre-market, kind of like NASDAQ, but there wasn't a violent, too violent of a move down on ES right when the market opened. So you can see that area over here where there was a lot of selling pressure. That's what these wicks show, Price tried to get up. Sellers just kept pushing it down, drew the box, and poked in there, and there is a lot of sell orders sitting up there that is driving price back down. Okay. Some news. Trump tweet. That open, we went down right to the 20 SMA on the 1 hour, and then we pushed up immediately. So interesting to see what they do here. Okay, looks like we got the opening range set. How's everyone doing in the chat? Y'all taking any trades? Any green? Any red? How y'all doing? One win. Nice. That's good. Good way to end the week. I don't know if you're going to keep trading that account, but let's see what we do here. Let me throw up another chart. That way I'm not switching between 5 different things. All right, so we got the 15-minute opening range set on both indices. Let's see how we play out here. Hopefully we don't just sit in the range like we did yesterday. That was annoying, huh? Pretty annoying. We got all-time highs. Jeez, we're not too far. There goes ES, looking strong. Hopefully these don't get out of sync because that is super annoying when ES and NQ aren't following each other. It just creates noise, I feel like. That blue box was a good area of resistance. Could have had a fishing order up there to get into a short. You know, what is that? 708. And you know, I was talking about areas that haven't been retested. So again, you know, like if you're a scalper, I like to consider myself a scalper, but then I find myself holding for longer to, like, you know, bigger plays. You could have pulled 50 points out of the market just shooting for a retest of this high here. Or even this high at 65, you know, would have been a little bit less profit, but not by much. Still be 45 points. So just things to look at, things to keep in mind. Looks like we could have a fib geometry set up here, but on days like this where the market's so strong, I personally do not like playing these to the downside. It's because you can get wrecked pretty easily. But it is Friday. I know that the market generally doesn't want to see price hit, you know, like uncharted territory on Fridays. They generally want to close within that weekly range that's been set. Was a daily candle? Oh yeah, we're pushing. Market can do what it wants, but just from what I've seen, I know it doesn't like to make all-time highs, leave price in uncharted territory over the weekend. because Sunday is a new opportunity, for people to come in, the big money to push the market up, gap up on Sunday. So we may just see some chop in this range. ES is, yeah, things are kind of looking weak here. Mag 7 dumping hard. That should pull NASDAQ down. NVIDIA is going down pretty strong. May see some short-term bearish movement here in the market. The 5-minute, this candle right here, bearish engulfing with a bigger top wick. That's a little concerning for bulls, but the 15-minute, kind of an indecision candle here. It's all right. We'll just see what the market gives us. Okay, draw out the first hour. May try short here on my eval, my other Lucid eval that I have. I would be targeting that 70% just as a quick scalp down to 588. If this can't push it back above this moving average here, I'm already getting calls from work, and that's something. I don't start work for another hour. Well, looking pretty weak. Excuse me. So the 100% of the fib geometry setup or the extensions is down at 565. Let's see if we can target that just as like a. I did enter on a short. I got a terrible fill at 607. So let's see if we can continue this move down. Just give us a little bit of a back. We did hit the 588. If I was able to catch an entry at the 50%, that would have been a nice scalp. 625 to 588. It's about 40 points. I would want to see this come down and test the previous day high again. That would, provide a good level of support most likely. We did bounce off the moving average on the 5-minute like I had anticipated. So it's unfortunate. If I take a loss on this eval, that's okay. Hesitated on my setup there. It's on me. But in the light or in the form of being transparent, let's put this on the chart because I don't want to just say that I'm in a position. I need to see it too. I know the risk to reward is bad, 0.71. I wanted entry around the 50%, so let's see if this market can stay weak for us. I'm just going to put NQ on the screen for now so we can give it our attention. Excuse me. Look at that wick on the hour. That is crazy. We could just see this one retest the 50% and then move back down, which is a possibility. Or we could see it find support and just push all the way back up, but we shall see, we shall see. Looks like Nvidia might be trying to curl here. Let's come back up. We got oil flying. VIX kind of hanging out. So we could see a move back up here. Very likely. I don't like that wick on the 5-minute for the short that I'm in. Give me just a minute. I need to go blow my nose. All right, now I don't sound like womp 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 womp. Okay, I probably still sound like that, but excuse me. We've been trading sicknesses in our household, so I hope I'm not getting sick, but it sounds like it, huh? All right, we got some nice rejection here on the 1 minute. See if we can make a lower low. Excuse me. Come on, NASDAQ. Just a little bit, give us a little bit push lower. Okay, I don't like that. Don't like that. Yeah, this 20 moving average, simple moving average is holding up pretty well. All right. So while we're letting this trade play out, I haven't entered anything in my funded yet. I just kind of want to see price, do something. Anyone doing anything fun over the weekend? We got a long weekend coming up. I know the market's going to be halted early on Monday for Memorial Day. I know I have a 3-day weekend with work. That's gonna be fun. Just to have, that extra day off. It's always nice. But not going anywhere, just kind of hanging out. Get to watch my nephews on Saturday, so that'll be cool. Saturday evening. Come on, NASDAQ. Let's see you do something here, man. All right, we might see a push up here. Mag 7s are curling. Nvidia's curling. We didn't take out that lower low. Let's see if this high gets swept or that holds. Rib Festival. Nice. That sounds fun. Sounds good, even though it's breakfast time. All right, this is looking really strong now. Not liking this. Oh my goodness, what the heck just happened? NASDAQ? What we doing here? You trying to trick me? Okay, that's a strong rejection. Let's see a continuation of some sort, because this is fucking boring. That's a very, very, very heavy sell pressure right there. I'm not sure what happened. If there was news or something. Okay. 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 I see you, NASDAQ. Thank you. I did add to that short that I was in on my Lucid eval. I made $286 on that. That little flash down just hit my take profit, so I'll take that for the day. See if let's see if the market presents a setup for my funded account. I don't want to push it on a Friday. I'd like to end the week off in a good mood. We almost got that retracement to the 50% for the fib geometry setup. What would that risk be? Let's see. That'd be about 67 points of risk. If we were going for the full take profit on this, it'd be 203 points. Which NASDAQ can do that, it could give us that within a couple minutes, but I'm not sure what's going on here, why we're so heavy, but it may just be the end of the week. End of the week shenanigans. What is MES doing? Same thing, looking very heavy. Mag 7 fell off the earth. There you can see the the profit for the Lucid account that I just hit that short on. Again, risk to reward was less than 1-to-1. But I mean, does that $286, does that tell you that? Does that say, hey, this $286 was made with less than a 1-to-1 risk to reward? No, it doesn't. All right, we're getting some tweets coming in. Let's see if there's any news or anything. I'm not seeing anything. That just seems like the market doing its thing. Look at that. Price came within like a point of hitting the 50% retracement. That would have been a nice little scalp. Nice little scalpy scalp. That's okay. So I mean, I don't like to force my entries. I know I got a bad fill on the short, but like from here, if I was chasing this fib geometry move, that's, you know, that's not good. That 100-point stop is not. Even with one micro, that's $200. That's generally the max risk that I'm willing to take on a trade. So it's all about being patient, seeing what the market gives you. If we get a nice continuation to the downside, cool. But you know, I made up a loss on one eval, made some money on the other eval. Funded is the only account that I have left to trade. So I'm just going to be patient. I know these conditions are probably where you want to get your moves, get your trades out of the way. But on my funded account, I'm super conservative with it. I'm trying to protect that account and not just take trades just because. And not saying I did that with my evals either. Just the opening, like the first hour from 6:30 to 7:30 can be so volatile that you can enter a trade and then the next candle can take you out, even if you have a stop loss as wide as the ATR. I wonder if TradingView has an ATR indicator. Excuse me. Yeah, they do, but I don't like this one because I like the ATR where it just shows you like on the screen somewhere. I know that NinjaTrader has it. I may have to switch back over to the NinjaTrader platform to just take my trades on because I like using TradingView and Tradovate, but I feel like the executions are a lot better on Tradovate and NinjaTrader than trying to trade on the TradingView like trading panel if you connect your account. This is some funky price action. Look at the 15-minute. Look at that. What is that? A spinning top or a doji? Morning star. Let's see. I got a mouse pad here with all these candle patterns on it. Spinning top. I don't know. What chat? What do you think that candle pattern is right there on the 15-minute? That little squinty eye candle. All right, we swept 15-minute opening range low. We didn't ever get a true 50% retracement of the fib geometry, so you can see I'm just continuing to drag this fib down. That stop loss would now be 80 points, which is kind of out of my risk tolerance. So if anything, I'd want to see a retracement to the 618. I was gonna say if my mic was muted this whole time, that would have been funny. No one said anything. Y'all would have just seen me sitting here. Doji? Okay. So ES is pushing below the 15-minute opening range. It's not looking like it wants to reclaim it. NQ kind of pushed back up into the 15-minute opening range. So let's see. Good. All right, well, we swept that 15-minute opening range low. If we can see this area hold, especially the first hourly candle of the New York session, see that lower range hold, we will most likely see a pushback up to the 15-minute opening range high and then all-time highs. But we want to see this hold on like the, the 5 and the 15-minute higher time frames. Looks like the 200 SMA wants to provide us some support here on the 1 minute. Price did come back down to previous day high as a retest, and it swept 15-minute opening range low. We're pushing back up. Let's see if this area can hold. Putting in a nice wick on the 5 minute. All right. Sorry, I was just messing with my camera settings there a little bit. So you can see we are pushing back up. I got this fib geometry short set up on the chart. I'm not convinced that we're going to see lower today, but again, I don't want to marry a bias either way because we can see the market push lower. But in this area, it's kind of it's kind of dangerous to be shorting because we've just been pumping, and it seems like any sustained move, or there hasn't been any sustained moves to the downside. It's just been all, quick moves. You can't really hold your shorts because, let's just look here. Sure, from May 14th to May 19th, there was shorting opportunities. We went down. But then from there, we've just stair-stepped up, stair-stepped up, stair-stepped up, stair-stepped up. So can't really trust the shorts. Everything looks like it's wanting to curl. Mag 7, NVIDIA. Let's just look at AMD. I don't even know if they're in NASDAQ, but I like their stock. Damn, we're at 481. All right, here we are. We did hold that 15-minute opening range low. So look at that wick on the 5 minute. We could see a move up. We're retesting the 30% of the first hourly candles opening, or the first hourly candles range. I keep wanting to say opening range, but it's just the first hourly candles range. If we see this fail, we will see that move lower. This is lining up with the 50% retracement, so that's, things are kind of adding up to be like, okay, shorts might be in play here, but that bottom wick right there, man, I don't trust that. That looks too strong. This is a paper trading account that I have loaded up on my TradingView right now. So let's go in with 2000 micros short just to see what happens. To make $700,000. It wouldn't let me do it on the paper account. That's funny. All right, we just reset the paper account. Let's get it. Probably get cooked, even though it's fake money. It's kind of like a prop account, right? Why isn't it letting me do that? Could you imagine if I was connected to one of my real accounts? Or not real accounts, one of my prop firm accounts? That would be terrible. Going in with 200 micros. This is a paper trade. This is not a real account. This is not a prop firm account. This is not a live account. This is just for fun because the market's not really doing anything. We are failing to push higher, so I'd want to see this high right here not get ran. So we are at like a like a pivotal moment. If we push lower, take this low out, we'll probably see more downside. But if we hold like we are now and push up, we'll probably go up to the high of the 15-minute opening range. I'm gonna take this off my chart just because I don't like seeing that. Chop song? I think I have one. Hold on, let me restart this. All right, I'm gonna play this. Let me know if you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Is that better? Alright, we did poke up into that 50%, and we're rejecting, so we could see this flush. Or not flush, but we could see a move down. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I am not. My throat is not giving me the benefit of the doubt today. Alright, here's another song that I made, or that AI made with my prompt. This is a good one.
The ticker taps a rhythm, the market's got its sway. I'm marking zone, swing high, swing lows, come what may. Patience is the melody, I let the charts align. No need to chase the price, I've got my own design. Riding the market wave, oh, I'm keeping it cool. Avoiding the chop, yeah, I'm nobody's fool. Wait for the setup, let the trade come through. Stick to the plan, that's the trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna be drinking lots of water today. I'm not gonna get sick.
NASDAQ sings its siren song, a dance of green and red. But I don't rush the tempo, I trade with a clear head. The swing highs whisper softly, the swing lows hum a tune. I'm waltzing with the market under the silver moon. It's discipline, it's grace, it's a game of give and take. One wrong step and baby your accounts are staying a rocket wave. Oh, I'm keeping it cool, avoiding the chop, yeah, I'm nobody's fool. Wait for the setup, let the trade come through. Stick to the plan, that's the trader's cue.
Thank you. It's nice. It's something relating to the market, so you know, it may be a little cheesy, but it's cool to listen to.
I don't fight the trend, I wait for the bounce. I don't pretend, a pullback's a partner, a breakout's my friend. The market's a story beginning to end.
This is looking super weak though. I just don't trust it because we could just see a pop, just a boom, you know? Fib geometry short tapped entry at 588, you know, that's already up 40 points.
The charts are dancing up and down like neon lights in a buzzing town. Patience whispers, hold your ground. Swing high, swing low, it all comes around. Sweet, the zone, tap it slow. Wait for the profit, let it flow. Swing to the high, dip to the low.
We are seeing a rejection. Fib geometry short playing out nicely. Not in anything. Like I said, I don't like pushing it on my funded accounts on Friday. I didn't like. I know this is a setup. This is my Fib geometry setup that I use, but I just. If you don't feel comfortable, even if your setup presents an entry, don't force it because that's when you get burned. I've seen this dance too many times with NASDAQ where it looks like it wants to break down. This will hold and then we'll just fly. But we could dump. You know, that's always a possibility. Again, the trade ideas I put on my chart and I don't enter generally work out, so do with that what you will. right. Let's see this low get ran, a little bit of a retracement. If we push back up and retest 15-minute orb or the previous day high, that may be a good short opportunity. Yeah, there is a double bottom on the 5-minute. I'm gonna pause the music just so that I can talk to y'all. We're approaching 7:30. This is generally, you know, right around 7:30 is when I hop off, get ready for work. But just looking at the market here, we did push up off the open. Highest close of month was sitting right at 29,689. We swept that, pushed above into this rejection box that I drew, and we failed to stay above that. So when price rejects highest close of month, this is where buyers are trapped, is the highest close of month. That's where everyone was buying, trying to get price to push higher, and we rejected from that area. So logical thing is that the markets will want to see a lower price to get some more liquidity to try to retest that highest close of month. So that's what we're doing now. We're pushing lower. As you can see, this short would have been a nice, you know, nice move. 97 points at the peak, which, you know, that's fine. You're not going to get every opportunity out of the market, but I like to mark up the trade setups just so that I can go back and review and be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, like I was thinking, oh, we're going to go higher, we're going to go higher, we're going to go higher. And the market structure presented itself and showed that no, we're not going to go higher right now. We might later in the day, but right now we did not want to go higher. And that was a nice little 97-point move, which is fine. We just swept this lows over here. London low is at 29,437. So we're retesting the 15-minute opening range low. Let's see what we get out of this here. You can see that 20 moving average, the simple moving average on the 1 minute, trying to curl back up and see if it rejects here and wants to push us lower, or if we're going to push back up into the range. I know we're in the range right now, but let's see if this is just a rejection. If I move this line, you can see we're sweeping on the 15-minute, 30-minute, and hourly, sweeping the previous candles low and pushing back up into that range. So if we can hold here, at least on the 5-minute, back into this sweep zone, we might see a move higher, or it could just be a, you know, a retest to go lower. It's not looking like price wants to give us that move up yet. On the 15-minute, we are above the 220 SMA. So, you know, like I said, shorts, not really a sustained option at this point, are a good choice because we are above the 220 simple moving averages on the higher time frames. So that's why I proceed with caution on the shorts in these kind of areas, because we could just see, you know, move down, quick move down, and then a retracement all the way back up. Nice little push there. We got about a minute for this 5-minute candle to close. Ugh. All right, we're back into the 15-minute range. If this 5-minute candle can close where it's at least above previous day high, I think we're going to be going higher. Could see a move up. And even if we look at the SBS, we got 1, 2, 3, so 4 would logically be above 2. So something to keep in mind, something to look at. Don't want to clutter the charts though. All right, we got that 5-minute closure. Looks like we are going to push up. There was a nice bullish engulfing candle. So I want to see a retest of previous day high or 15-minute or below. Maybe a good opportunity to long. Yeah, look at that wick on the 15. $55. What was that? 12. So, you know, good position would look something like this if we can hold above previous day high up to how many? Got 30 minutes left in this hourly candle. Yeah, see that hourly candle is just concerning with how heavy it is. But I would want to target the high, this high here that hourly candle put in. This is just trade idea, not entering anything just yet. Do you want to let price show its hand a little bit more? That's weird. Look at that. The moving average is crossed down on the 1 minute when we were pushing up. That's different. And again, you can't see it on the higher time frame candles, but those little pink lines are sweeps. It's just right at the 15-minute opening range low. I'm gonna be on for like another minute or so, and then I'm gonna get off and get ready for work. So pretty good session today. One loss off the open, made that back a little bit green on that eval, and then I caught a nice little short here on the other eval that I have. Just waiting patiently to take a trade on my funded account if I even take one on it today. Just with the market going into a 3-day weekend, I know we have a little bit of a session on Monday, but still that's not price action generally isn't the best on days before holidays. So we shall see how this plays out. That's all right if I don't take any trades on my funded, but I think I'm going to call it here. Hope everyone has a good trading day, good weekend, good 3-day weekend. I won't be streaming Monday. I'll be back Tuesday just with a short trading day. Price action generally isn't the best on those kind of days. So all good, but I will catch everyone next week. Stay safe, manage your risk, don't overtrade, and have a good weekend.